There's a Social Security proposal getting renewed attention right now that could increase benefits by about $3,000 per year. That breaks down to roughly $250 per month. And if you rely on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, that number probably made you pause, even if just for a second, because when you're living on a fixed income, every dollar matters. For some people, $250 per month could be groceries. For others, it could be utilities. For others, it could help with prescriptions, transportation, or simply give a little breathing room at the end of the month. In this video, I want to take my time, I want to really slow this down, and I want to explain what this $3,000 increase actually represents, where this number comes from, who it could apply to, and what is truly happening behind the scenes. This is not hype. This is not a guarantee. And this is not something that has already been approved. But it is a real proposal that is being discussed, and it's important to understand it clearly instead of relying on short headlines or social media clips. Let's start with the number itself, $3,000 per year. This is not a one-time check. It is not a stimulus payment. It is not a bonus. It represents an estimated annual increase in benefits if a proposal like this were ever enacted. When you divide $3,000 by 12 months, you get about $250 per month. That number sounds simple, but the impact can feel very different depending on your situation. For someone receiving a smaller Social Security benefit, $250 could represent a meaningful percentage increase. For someone with higher benefits, it may feel more modest, but still helpful. Either way, it's not nothing, but it's also very important to understand what this number does not mean. It does not mean everyone automatically receives this increase. It does not mean benefits are changing right now, and it does not mean this proposal has passed. Now let's talk about where this $3,000 figure actually comes from. Over the past several years, lawmakers have been discussing ways to expand Social Security benefits because many people feel that current benefits no longer reflect the true cost of living. Housing costs have risen significantly. Healthcare costs continue to rise year after year. Food, utilities, insurance, and transportation are all more expensive than they were in the past. And for millions of Americans, Social Security is not just a supplement. It is the foundation of their retirement income. Because of that reality, proposals that increase monthly benefits naturally gain attention. The $3,000 annual figure comes from proposals that would raise monthly benefits by roughly $250. Multiply that monthly amount by 12, and you arrive at $3,000 per year. Again, this is an estimate tied to proposed changes, not something that has already been approved. Now let's talk about who this kind of increase could apply to if it ever moved forward. Most proposals that include increases of this size are designed to apply broadly. That could include retirees receiving Social Security retirement benefits. It could include people receiving SSDI. In some versions, survivor benefits could be included as well. Whether SSI recipients would be included depends on how the proposal is written, because SSI operates under a different set of rules and funding structures. This is where a lot of confusion happens online. Some people assume everyone would qualify automatically. Others assume only a very small group would qualify. The truth is that until legislation is finalized, no one can say for sure. Eligibility rules matter. Income thresholds matter. Implementation details matter. And right now, many of those details are still being debated. That uncertainty is frustrating, but it's also normal at this stage of the process. Now let's talk about funding, because this is one of the biggest reasons proposals like this take time. Any increase to Social Security benefits has to be paid for. Social Security is primarily funded through payroll taxes. Some proposals suggest asking higher earners to contribute more into the system. Others suggest adjusting or lifting income caps. Supporters argue that these changes would strengthen Social Security long-term while allowing benefits to increase. Critics argue that such changes could have broader economic consequences. These funding debates are often where proposals slow down, stall, or get revised. That doesn't mean the idea disappears. It means lawmakers are trying to balance competing priorities. Before we go further, let me pause here for just a moment. If you appreciate calm, honest explanations like this and want ongoing updates without exaggeration or panic, consider subscribing. I'm trying my best to explain these proposals clearly so you can stay informed without feeling misled. Now let's continue. Timing is another area where expectations need to be realistic. Even if a proposal like this gained momentum, changes would not happen overnight. Social Security is one of the largest and most complex government programs in the country. Any changes require legislation, then rulemaking, then system updates, then administrative preparation. That process takes time, months at a minimum, often longer. There is no realistic scenario where benefits suddenly increase without advance notice. If something were truly moving forward, there would be clear announcements, official guidance, and plenty of warning. Now let's talk about how this relates to cost of living adjustments. This proposed increase would be separate from annual cost of living adjustments. Cost of living adjustments are based on inflation data and can vary from year to year. This proposal would be a structural increase to benefit amounts. That distinction matters because it means the increase would stack on top of existing benefits rather than replace adjustments. Now let's talk about expectations, because this part is important. It's completely normal to feel hopeful when you hear about a possible $250 monthly increase. Hope is human. But it's important not to plan your finances around a proposal. Until something is officially approved, it should be treated as uncertain. Your current Social Security, SSI, or SSDI benefit is confirmed income. That's what you should plan around. Any proposed increase should be viewed as a possibility, not a promise. Now let me speak honestly for a moment. I know this process can feel exhausting. You see big numbers. You hear big headlines, and then time passes with no immediate change. That frustration is understandable. I'm trying my best to give you information that is accurate and grounded so you're not left guessing or disappointed. Social Security policy moves slowly, but that doesn't mean conversations don't matter. Discussions shape future decisions, and staying informed puts you in a better position to understand what's coming. Let's bring everything together. Here's where things stand right now. There is a proposal being discussed that could increase Social Security benefits by about $3,000 per year. That equals roughly $250 per month. It has not been approved. There is no payment timeline, but it reflects a real and ongoing conversation about whether Social Security benefits are adequate in today's economy. Staying informed without panic is the smartest approach. This channel exists to help you understand Social Security updates clearly, to focus on real numbers, and to separate confirmed updates from speculation. If you want to stay up to date as this proposal and others develop, make sure you're subscribed. And when this video ends, click the video on your screen for the latest Social Security updates and changes you need to know about. I'll see you there.